How are you doing today? I'm Julia Edwards, and I'm going to be sharing with you from the CSEC Management Syllabus, more popularly known to you as the Family and Resource Management Syllabus, and looking at specifically at Section 5, which deals with managing special events. For today's session, we're going to be focusing on 3 objectives. The first one being looking at different types of special events, how to identify them, how to describe them. We're also going to be looking at explaining the processes involved in planning special events, as well as how to develop proposals for implementation of these events. Think about these questions. Why are special events created? What purpose do they serve in society? Have you ever planned a special event? Have you attended any special events recently? And most importantly, what was your experience at one of these events? Let's talk about the definition for special events, because we've all seen them. Sometimes we don't even know that it's a special event. When you talk about a special event, the most critical thing to understand, it is something that is separate from the everyday activities of life. So, the definition, it describes specific rituals, presentations, performances, and celebrations that are consciously planned and created to mark special occasions and or to achieve particular social, cultural, and corporate goals and objectives. There are different ways of looking at it. Of course, it's a unique moment in time. It's a one-time or infrequently occurring event. To your customers and guests, if you're planning for others, it's a special event, which is an opportunity for leisure, for social or cultural experience outside of the norm of everyday activities. Having said that, what are some types of special events that come to mind? We think about dances. We think about marriage and marriage-related activities, so your anniversary, the planning of a wedding, and of course even long before the wedding, you would have had other things. You'd have the engagement party, right? All of those activities. Births, did you know birth is a special event? Yes, because people plan their showers, right? They plan christenings. So birth and birth-related activities, the same for death, right? So it's not just parties, it's not just faith-based events where we plan different activities for church, right? So the concerts, the plays, and so on, right? The conventions. What about your community picnic? The barbecue, graduations. There are a whole host of special events. But I bet you never thought about sporting events. Champs, right? The sports day at school. All these events follow the same pattern in terms of planning. You have to do some of the same basic considerations when in your preparation. The difference is when you get to the more advanced stages in terms of the actual activities of the day and where the event will take place. Those are the things that actually make it different. So when you're planning special events, it's important to think about the purpose of the event. Why are you doing it? Imagine if you never thought about the purpose. And so your parents' anniversary celebration looks the same as when you were having your sweet 16 birthday. You wouldn't want that, would you? You have to think about the purpose of the event, because the activities, the choices you make will be part of what influences the outcome of the event. Think about who will attend the event. Will special guests be invited? Who will be responsible for organizing this event? What is your budget? Yes, you have to think about the budget. Have you ever heard about champagne appetite? Bag juice budget? Of course, it's important to ensure that when you are planning an event, you think about what you can actually afford. It doesn't matter if it is a lavish wedding that you'd like to have versus a more private event. If you decide that I want to have a large group of people gathering, it still does not have to cost an arm and a leg, but there are key choices you will have to make to take yourself out of the expensive bracket to a more affordable bracket. Who will be responsible for coordinating the logistics of this event? And who will monitor the execution? Because it's always great to have a plan, but who is going to put the plan to work? And all the follow-ups in terms of all the stakeholders, who the event is for, all the planners, the various stakeholders in the plan. You have to think about all of these bits. The first steps to planning an event. So first, decide on your event goals. What do you want to accomplish? Determine the budget. Brainstorm a theme. It's always important to have a theme because, of course, if it's somewhere so that you'll have to decorate, you have to think about what the layout is going to be, you have to think about the interior decor, you have to think about the external ambience, right? So brainstorm a theme. And of course, if you're going to require speakers, research entertainment, and choose those that will speak to your goals. Now, I've said quite a bit, and I hope you've been taking notes. It's important to remember, if nothing else I say today resonates, remember the 5 W's and the 1 H. 5 W's, 1 H. What is the event? When is it going to be? Where will it be? Why am I doing this? Who is it for? Because you have to think about your target audience, right? If it's a party, all parties are not created equal. So you have to ensure that you think about your target audience so you can plan the catering, the entertainment, the location, all of that in mind to match your target audience. And you have to think about the sort of experience you want people to have. And that is where the how comes in. How will it happen on the day? Think about it. Because you'll have to actually set the tone, set the pace, and ensure that you have all the right staff in place to fulfill these obligations. We'll take a break here, and when we come back, we will continue by talking about the planning checklist.